Hello and welcome back to me playing Dark Souls 2. Praise the sun. So this is more or less the setup that I decided to do. Some sort of a swashbuckler look, I suppose. And these are the equipments that I'm wearing. The Wanderer Hood, the Royal Swordsman armor, the Wanderer machetes, as well as the Alpha leggings. It is actually quite heavy, the Royal Swordsman armor, but it looks actually quite decent. It is the lightest looking heavy armor in the game, in my opinion, and it's not that bad looking. Of course, we might change the looks a bit afterwards, we'll still see. The amount of soul I used to actually farm all of this was about 12,000, so yeah. Not that much, not that much. We're ready to proceed on with the story. And that's why we're going to the Wind Fork Road. The Shrine of Winter, after defeating the 4 Great Ones, opens up. Or, if you have 1 million souls, that is. Right now, we have 1 million soul memory is what I meant. We have 849,000. I've heard that there is a unique dialogue with the Emerald Herald in case you reach the Shrine of Winter and go through it. Without having the normal quantity of souls adequate. Whoa, I do a lot of damage, I forgot. Adequate to pass by, or rather, with the adequate amount of souls to pass by, but not with the, so essentially, by having the adequate amount of souls required to pass, but not having the 4 Great Ones souls. There is what I wanted to say. Also, sorry for the cut there, but I decided to check a bit the volume options. I changed them a tiny little bit, and we'll see how that turns out to look. Or sound, anyway. Ow. You are a... Oh my god, you are a global dick in the ass. That's what you are. There we go. But sometimes that guy over there follows me. Wait, oh, this was the second guy. Never mind. I did a stupid. But it doesn't really matter. What I wanted to say is that there is a unique dialogue that we will not hear. Apparently there is. I have never heard of it, so... But she just says, yo dog, you're, like, kind of low on souls. You don't have the right souls. Get out. Return later. Life gem. Awesome. But that's neither here nor there. Right now we're gonna pass through the Shrine of Winter. The legit way. Sure enough. It opens up. This place is lore-tastic. It's incredible. First and foremost, I'd like to mention 3 snakes. Possibly depicting the primordial serpents. I don't know. Possibly even a similar design to the covetous serpent rings. I don't know. But more importantly, their heads are cut off. What's up with this game and heads being cut off, right? Secondly is these tables. It looks like some deeds were done, and we will hear from them soon enough. You can see a prophet with a tiny child. A dragon. I've heard. I've seen this on Reddit. This was amazing. When I saw it, I was like, "Whoa! This guy just has the keenest of all eyes." But yeah, it's very important actually. Suffice to say that this is quite important. Keeping in mind that this is the pathway that leads to King Vendrick's castle. However, that story might be of someone else. Of someone else. Going here, there should be some loot, but no enemies. Right now, the enemies quantity is going to be rather low, but they are going to be pains in the butt. Repair and large soul of a lost undead. Repair is a very, very useful spell in this game. It is not such as in the first game, where you just had some repair powders and that was fine for you. No, no. In this game, repair is absolutely a very useful spell. Sorcery that dates farther back than recollection. Of course. Repairs equipped weapons and armor. I think also rings. Use light to repair damaged weapons and armor. Supposedly this sorcery restores items to a past state, but the knowledge of this art lost. The finer details of the phenomenon are unknown. So basically it time travels behind, which is an interesting concept. Does this work only in places where time is convoluted, like, you know, Drangleic or Lauron? That's a good question. This is the third and final Hade Knight we're gonna meet in the game. He drops the Hade Lance, and in New Game Plus he's the only one that can drop, New Game Plus and above, he's the only one that can drop the Hade Grand Lance, I believe is the name, or Great Lance, which is a very nice weapon actually. Great Lances are, I reckon, very, very strong, especially since they actually can knock you down, they can do a lot of damage really fast, and they have high counters. And this place, when I went through this tunnel for the first time, holy cow, oh my god, it's rain. I was like, oh my god, there is rain in this game. Sure enough, this rain actually lowers your lightning resistance while increases your fire resistance. And sure enough, these are Royal Swordsmen, the same that I have the top armor of. There are two crossbowmen. I suggest you to approach it this way. Simply by standing on the wall should cause them to drop down at a certain point, and after that you're fine. So right now I'm gonna two-hand my weapon. I think I have, yes, a downward slash with my long sword that way. The reason why I do this is because, by the way, this is amazing. This just makes the entirety of the game's, the world's design great. It's just amazing. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Crystal Lizard, don't. Don't! Don't! He did. He totally did. Okay, I have to write this down. Sorry. Lizard. There we go. That lizard drops 3 chunks in 1 slab. That lizard you want to kill, and I failed. Alright. Hello, Emerald Herald.
This castle is isolated.
Yeah, no kidding.
But nonetheless, you must forge on, to bring an end to your journey, and mine.
Wait, ever since when was this your journey? Very helpful. Alright, we're gonna go on. I'm gonna swap to my bow, and I'm gonna swap a few arrows here, I believe. I think I'm gonna go with this arrows, and on secondary this arrows. The reason why I'm doing this is because, well, suffice to say that if your eyes are keen enough, those are two big old statues of mastodons. And before I do attack them, I want to swap rings into Gold Serpent Ring. There is such a ridiculous amount of lore behind the items you can get in this castle that you absolutely want to wear that ring. What we're gonna do is shoot an arrow, see if anything happens. Why would it not happen, guys? These guys are actually not rusted mastodons. These are actual mastodons. These are the royal mastodons. That sounds kind of nasty. Wasn't there like the royal elephant troop in Age of Empires or something like that? Were they called like that? I don't know. But my point is, these are pains in the butt because they both aggro together, and they do an astonishing amount of damage. So yeah, poison arrows are the way to go in my opinion. Awesome! This is so amazing that we get one of the lore items here right away. Helmworn, the primal knights of Drangleic Castle. Its weight would normally crush a man, but the primal knights wear it as if it were silk. So fearsome is their brute strength. The king restored a forbidden, long-lost art to create these inhuman abominations. Do I have the Rusted Mastodon set? I'm not sure if I have anything from the Rusted Mastodons. I'm gonna check real quick because I want to know, but I don't think I do. Oh, I do have something of the Rusted Mastodon. Worn by the Primal Knights of Drangleic Castle. Durability is low due to rusting. Its weight would normally crush a man. See, this doesn't have anything lore-wise, but the normal Mastodon one's equipment does. So, very interesting. The king restored a long-lost art. That is a very, very interesting detail right there. I want to kill that guy. There is sure enough 2 crossbowmen, and they sure enough do a lot of damage. I don't think I should be using poison arrows. They do not have a large quantity of health, but let's just shoot him 4 times. There we go. Swap to my faithful longswords. Those there are golems. They are called golems. We want to trigger this guy to come closer and kill him close to the golem so that the soul goes to the golem and the golem turns out this thingy here. It is important to notice, if you go here, well, you don't have to go here, but suffice to say, ow, there's gonna be an infinite amount of royal swordsmen appearing, so you cannot get stuck at this place. If you spawn all enemies, they will still be appearing. It is through this corridor. They will just respawn and respawn 2 at a time, in New Game Plus 4 at a time, perhaps in New Game Plus 2 6 at a time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the quantity increases. I've seen sometimes get 6 at a time, but it is possible that one group got stuck and some such. The golems are very interesting. We're gonna hear from them very soon from an NPC that we're just gonna meet inside. So we're gonna go in here. It's important to notice it's actually raining inside a castle that isn't covered. It's not covered entirely. This is like a foregarden, I would say. And up here, okay, no royal swordsman. That's actually comes in handy. Well, and then they call me a transient being. Hello.
Who are you? And by whose permission do you stand before me? This castle is the domain of King Vendrick. Is your trespass intentional? His Highness. Where has he gone? You are a guest of our castle. I am the Chancellor, Velaga. Do you seek an audience with my lord, King Vendrick?
That would be nice, yes?
Unfortunately, His Highness is absent. My lord, the King, has... The Queen has taken him.
Ah, the Queen has taken King Vendrick. In what way?
My lord made magnificent findings on souls. An accomplishment for the ages. He vanquished the 4 great ones and built this kingdom upon their souls. Our king has watched over this land since ages long, long ago. King Vendrick, we must fight back, or the giants will take Drangleic.
Right there, he said something insanely important. He watched over the land from ages long, long ago. So, the Drangleic era wasn't when, or rather, the beginning of the Drangleic era wasn't exactly when Vendrick was born. He was born in ages long, long ago. Yet, he found some way to actually cheat death?
The king had a dear queen, a woman of unparalleled beauty. Long ago, the queen came to us, alone, from a faraway land. She warned our lord of the looming threat across the seas, of the giants. The king crossed the ocean and defeated the giants with the queen at his side.
And that's another interesting fact. The queen came to us, not to Vendrick. So she came once this castle was possibly established? Well, not really.
The king commandeered their power and created the golems. With the golems, the king created this castle to celebrate victory and to show his love, his gratitude to his queen.
Alright, so the castle was built after the defeat of the golems, across the sea.
The queen brought peace to this land and to her king. A peace so deep, it was like the dark. Is this some sort of a dream? Where am I? What has happened to our castle? Who are you? And by whose permission do you stand before me? Welcome, visitor. Our guests are treated with honor. This is the way of our castle. Tell me if you should require anything.
As you can see, his mind, if you could call him that, is a bit confused. He seems to be like kind of bipolar. At moments he's like, who the hell are you? What the hell are you doing here? And then he's like, you're a guest. You will be treated with honor. You shall be granted wine and ham of the highest quality of our kingdom. He doesn't exactly know he's dead, I feel. He is a ghost, alright? Now, I don't want to say for sure, but we met one type of ghosts in the past, and that is the ghosts of New Londo. They required cursed beings to be able to kill them. You had to be cursed, whereas were it through a transient curse, which made you kind of cursed, but not really, were it if you were actually cursed by the death of a basilisk or a smoke lizard thingy that we meet close to dragons, or were it through cursed weaponry, and there was, I believe, 3 total in the first game. I'm not saying for sure, but could this be like the last stage of a curse? You can get so cursed, so much cursed that this is what happens to you? I don't know, it's just a thought, of course, but, you know, it's certainly an interesting thought, because when I first saw Veliger here, I was completely out of my mind. I was like, are we playing D&D? I still don't know what is the purpose of Veliger. What if he's a construct? What if he's a construct of Vendrick, like the golems were? I don't think so, though, because he has his own mind. He just doesn't know he's dead. He sells a bunch of weaponry. He sells the Flamberge, the Lucerne, the Bracing Knuckle Ring +1, which we're actually gonna buy because it's very lovely. He sells infinite amount of lightning arrows. We're gonna buy as many of these and probably gonna return later on because we're gonna need them in the next phase of the game. He sells some old Radiant Life Gems, the Wilted Dust Curb, so these are the best healing wares for spells and health. Divine Blessing and Repair Powders. Infinite amount of Repair Powder. So this is your way to go for ready yourself for a non-bonfire challenge, I suppose. Great Magic Barrier is also a very lovely spell. The Knights of Mira are expected to fight honorably with reliance only upon swordsmanship. Sorry for that misreading. They only resort to magic the only time they truly need it, to face the magic of an enemy. So you can see that Mira is possibly against magic, and it's not only Mira, it was also Drangleic that was against magic. You can see the description of the priest robes. They were kept at a close check, and they were like more ceremonial than anything else. They weren't trusted. The king did not trust priests. It is possible that this might be related all to Lindolt. If that is the case, Lindolt might have attacked both Drangleic and Mira at once. Which makes you think, how the fuck strong is Lindolt? It must be really goddamn powerful to attack both Drangleic in its prime and possibly destroy even Mira. So yeah, it is very possible that Lindolt is a fierce, fierce nation.
My lord made magnificent findings on souls, an accomplishment for the ages. He vanquished the 4 great ones and built this kingdom upon their souls. Our king has watched over this land since ages long ago. King Vendrick. The king had a dear.
That's the same dialogue.
Gone so soon. Be safe on your travels.
It's worth mentioning that once you reach New Game +2, he's gonna actually sell much fancier stuff. He's gonna sell some Reaper weapons. He's gonna sell a very, very interesting Twin Blade, as well as Greater Chaos Fireball, Bountiful Sunlight, and... or was it something Sunlight? I think it's Bountiful Sunlight. And Wrath of the Gods. He is the one that sells them. Well, Agar knows his stuff, and he's actually immune. You cannot kill him. You cannot kill him. Now the real fight begins. Not really. The real fight begins only in New Game Plus and above. As you can see, there is actually plenty of people that died here. I'm gonna toss a lightning bolt. Oh, I'm dead. In New Game Plus or above, 2 pursuers spawn here, left and right. 2 pursuers! You have to fight 2 pursuers. And it's the only way to get the Ring of Blades +2 other than trading it with another player. I haven't done it yet. I'm sorry, I've never tried to even beat it completely with the best equipment, so you can actually jump here and read this message. What's up? Try control. Okay. Do I have my shield? I do. Awesome. Let's drink an Estus flask and we're gonna go on towards our bonfire. Hello! These are the royal elite of Drangleic, and these are probably the best way to practice your parrying. These guys, the Cyan or Cian or Cheyenne Knights, are possibly the easiest to parry in the game, and also to backstab actually. Ow. I'm not showing a good example there, but suffice to say that it's actually rather easy to kill these guys. They're actually resistant to physical quite a lot, and they have also this fancy armor. As you can see, their hitbox for the backstab is really easy to catch. And down he goes. In this hallway there is 2 royal swordsmen and a Cyan Knight. Cyan Knight, I don't know what to call them really. Down there is a door. The side doors here. The side doors do not open. That door over there has an empty room. It is devoid of anything. So I suppose this is just for farming some souls or something like that. I'm not sure. It's like the choice between left and right. Ow. God damn this. No. No. Yeah, fuck off. Alright, we killed all the enemies. All swordsman leggings and leggings. Alright. I'm gonna go down here. I just dropped down because I farmed this place. And you'll notice the statues. The statues are not really statues. These were soldiers once. They were turned to stones after waiting for their king so long. They guarded the king once he ran away from the castle. And we're gonna know soon enough why he ran away from the castle. This is the King's Gate bonfire, and sure enough, if you take your left after leaving this room, there is a King's Gate. But more importantly, there are these statues. I'm gonna say it right now, these are the same statues, or rather these troops look exactly the same like the old knights of Hade. What the damn hell are they doing here? Well, you tell me. Okay, these are the leveling statue guards, and they are pains in the butt is what they are. I want to kill them as soon as possible. One of them, they always come to life 2 at a time here. But it is mostly important to notice only one of them will respawn. On this side, the ones with only the spear, on the other side, the ones with the shield. However, they can drop their leveling shield either way. Both of them can drop the leveling shield, even if they don't have it. And this, sure enough, is a Ruined Sentinel. It is interesting that you fight bosses, or rather enemies from the past, and you see enemies from the past here. They usually do not follow you through that corridor, so I'm gonna try and slowly kill these guys. Might take a while. Ow. I swear to God, I farmed this place so friggin' long, and I still cannot dodge them for shit. Alright. The reason why you want to farm this place is because these Ruined Sentinels can actually drop the Ruined Set, their armor. Are you going to do this to me right now? Are you seriously gonna do this to me? The Ruined Set is actually not that great, but it actually provides a good defense. Aesthetically, it looks ugly as shit, if you ask me. And yes, this involves killing them a whole bunch of times. Not only that, but this area is also going to be filled up with treasures. Incredible treasures, I swear to God. That room, for instance, is going to hold the greatest greatsword for strength builds, the Mastodon greatsword, which we actually got from a spider. Oh my God, I got the leveling shield. Leveling shield is a small shield. It is possibly the best small shield. Look at those resistances. It is insanely good. It also offers quite a fair amount of poise, or rather of shield guard, or whatever it's called. Stability, there we go. It offers a fair amount of stability. At +5 you can upgrade it with Twinkling Titanite. This is going to offer you, I believe, 53 stability. Small shield fashioned from rare guy steel. A masterpiece of the great blacksmith leveling that he brought along as a gift when he left Mira for Drangleic. He left Mira for Drangleic, so Mirans left their country for Drangleic. Perhaps due to a common enemy? I don't know. It is possible that Mira and Drangleic were once allied, or it is possible that just Llewellyn was hollowing up and he sought King Vendrick, and he actually found him in the castle. As you can see that his soldiers, King Vendrick's soldiers, have the equipment made by the legendary blacksmith. I don't know, it's just a thought, of course, but I feel like Llewellyn might have been under the service of King Vendrick. Also, I'm calling him a he, but is he really a he? I don't know. Sounds more like a ladylike name for some or the other reason. But the guy steel is certainly a very lovely material that you don't hear a lot of. I believe this room is empty, actually. This doesn't have any treasures. There's gonna be a total of 5 Ruin Sentinels. The one that is without is this one, because that is actually the door that makes you progress. The others have only treasures, and aside from this one down here. The other ones have treasures and the Ruin Sentinels, of course. Hello? And thus far it's going actually quite well, but I might be needing to use a repair powder soon enough, because my sword is breaking down. Or I could just swap to my faithful Murakumo. Try it out against these guys, even though it's not fully upgraded. I don't think this longsword is fully upgraded either. At this point of the game, you want to have at least one fully upgraded weapon, guys, and that is why they probably put that crystal lizard in front of the castle, so that you can get the last required. Okay, yeah, do that, I suppose. They can rarely do that attack. The only attack that I haven't seen them ever do is the shield throw. I've never seen them use specifically that attack in this room. But they can hop, just like the Ruin Sentinel boss fight. They can spin around. It's just rare. Right, I'm gonna swap to my... oh, I do have a longsword +10. Never mind. I forgot. I'm gonna swap to my Murakumo +7. I'm gonna fight on. See how much this does in regards to damage. Actually, we can loot this place now. This is the Mastodon Greatsword we get over here. This is gonna be a rather long episode, and I apologize for that. I'm probably gonna end up splitting it 2 again. Whoa, it does a lot of damage. It does an astonishing amount of damage. If they get their weapons stuck, they will actually be there, standing there for a while. Hello, Ruin Sentinel. The Murakumo looks lovely big, actually. As I said, it is something that... Whoa. Apparently it also has the attack control of Ultra Great Swords. You can change the direction of the attack while you swing. I think. Yes, you can. Alright, so it acts like an Ultra Great Sword, which is actually lovely. Jesus Christ, it does an astonishing amount of damage, and it actually is more durable than it looks. You would say that a curved sword would ruin hell, the ugliest helm in the game. You would say that actually such a weapon would usually break easier because it's a curved dexterity weapon. Dexterity weapons break easier normally, but it doesn't. Royal Soldier Ring +1. This is a permanent replacement to the Royal Soldier Ring +0, of course, which we might end up using eventually. We'll see. Maybe instead of the Silver Serpent Ring once I feel like it gets redundant. We'll see, we'll see. Alright, there's just 2 more leveling guards. Fast Lockstone over here. And there is 2 golems there that will light a torch. They make the room slightly brighter. So I'm gonna try and pull one of this close by, but I have to be careful because... Can you please hit? Thank you. I have to be careful for that guy, because he was just appearing, of course. This last guy actually guards the most interesting treasure, if you want to call it that. Or treasure, I suppose. If the case might be, and if you're one of my fellows. Woo! Hello. Oh, greedy. Too greedy, too greedy. And let's wait for an attack. I lit a torch because this actually helps, you see. It's actually normally a rather dark room. No! No. Asshole. The reach of the Murakumo is fucking astonishing. Holy Jesus. I really like this weapon. It is possibly the heaviest dex weapon that you're gonna get in the game. Aside from the curved dragon curved greatsword. I don't know. Maybe that is heavier. Or I guess heavy hitting weapon would be more appropriate. Just had enough stamina there. Okay, the stagger will tell me that I can kill him. Still there. Alright, we cleared up everything, and in here... Oh, there's nothing. Oh, there is something. There is the firearm armor. The firearm armor is the one from the trailer, from the cover of the game and all that. Firearm armor. Armor worn by the Ferosa Lion Knights. The mighty Lion Knights, worshippers of the war god Faram, wore heavy armor and were feared for their nimble two-handed swordplay. But their legacy was cut short with the fall of Ferosa. Vengarl is from Ferosa, and he was the elite of the elite. He was even stronger than the Faram Knights. Yeah, Vengarl is a fucking badass, even though his son sucks. But you cannot help that, I suppose. Hello.
We meet again, young undead. You have the look of a true seeker. I am Dark Diver Grandal, seeker of dark, giver of dark. If you seek true dark, I will grant it to you, as much as you desire. Well then, is dark what you wish for?
Yes. Abyss Seal. Recently nerfed.
There you are. You are now a pilgrim of dark. The dark chasm beckons you. Those drawn to the dark are destined to seek it.
We're actually gonna enter this portal, all 3 of the portals, once we complete the game. The boss related to this covenant is fucking strong. He's really powerful, and I want to be absolutely sure I can take on him. And you do not fight him right away. You have to actually complete all 3 chasms, doing something very particular, lighting a kiln of sorts, actually, in all 3 of them. But anyway, that's gonna be it. We're gonna swap back to the longsword, because the next section is gonna have a bunch of Cyan Knights, I believe. So let's do that. +6, only a +6 on the offhand. We'll have to do something about that. Suffice to say now, everyone responds. I will just run past here, because once you reach the stairs, they will stop following you. There is a chest, we're gonna loot it. I'm just gonna let them lose aggro for a moment. The Ruined Sentinels are actually incredibly susceptible to the aggro. They will actually trigger it very easily and eagerly. In fact, I'm surprised. Oh yeah, this guy drops Titanite Slab, by the way, and they respawn ad infinitum, so there is that. Dark Arrows, not the best stuff in the world for sure, but it's something at least. Alright, over here, you're gonna be surprised by an Ironclad. Hello. Ironclads actually took their place in the Royal Army, so it's interesting. But this one doesn't come to life. No, it doesn't. It's interesting that there is like a royal chair here, and this ironclad ready to fight the chair. You can see actually some of the mountains over there. Nothing much really. And here there is this room with lots of acid. It's gonna corrode your equipment and rings. You can get maybe a couple of corrosive urns from it, and maybe a Pharaoh's Lockstone or something like that. Definitely not worth the trouble of unequipping all the equipment. And a statue which is beheaded. Oh yes. Also, fucking crossbowmen. They never stop. And this is fantastic, how you can see the place where you entered from. This is actually very interesting. And we're gonna see it further down the road too. Alright, opening this door. Up, up! Nimbly! Nimbly, nimbly. Do I have any poison? Oh, yes, I do. Alright. Let's take on this. Twinkling Titanite and actually won't get poisoned. That's incredible. But yeah, it's something. Soul and Twinkling Titanite might as well. Now we're gonna go up here. This room has 3 cyanides. Only 2 will engage close by. So it is actually a good room to practice, because in the future we're actually gonna face off against numerous cyanides at once. So it is a good room to practice fighting them both at once. They're not that hard. Usually they bunker down, in which case I say, fuck off, asshole. It's astonishing how many people in PvP will still be bunkering down behind a shield. They do not understand, I suppose, that it is really easy to shield break them. I don't know. That is the Queen. We're gonna talk about that portrait soon enough. I think a crossbowman died there. Normally the cyanides are really easy, so great sword. Alright, let me equip something now. I would love to get a cyan armor equipment or something like that for the lore purpose. I'm gonna equip the ring that I don't see right now because I'm a dum-dum. Ah, there it is. This is a picture of the Queen. Yeah, it curses you. Keep in mind, this actually raises my curse resistance by 400 points, so it nearly quintuples my resistance at this point of the game. It is astonishingly good against curse. And the portrait, sure enough, does curse you. There is a couple of things that needs to be mentioned about the Queen. Look how she holds her hands towards her womb. The interesting part is that the same way hands are held by the firekeepers in Things Betwixt. This does not mean anything though, because usually it is the bosom of the firekeepers that gets affected by the writhing humanities, not the womb, I suppose. It could just mean that she was pregnant or something, or that she was holding something inside of her. I don't know. We'll see soon enough. There is this crossbowman here, but once you reach this place, the nameless usurper will challenge you. Have a good look at that armor. Have a very good look at that armor. Don't get stabbed! This guy is not a guy, first and foremost, it's a lady. If your eyes are keen, you will recognize this lady. So how have you been, Lycia of Lindolt? Actually, after you acquire the 4 Great One souls, she's gonna have a unique dialogue. She says that you must have a very, very, very tasty Nami soul right now. And she wants those souls so much that she wants to usurp your rightful place as the king or queen, as the ruler, the next monarch. Soul of a brave warrior. We're gonna drop down here and get the bow upgrade that we always wanted. The best dexterity bow in the game. The normal bow, not a great bow, it's a normal bow. It's the Hunter's Black Bow. It scales S with dexterity unupgraded. A black bow designed for longer distances, difficult to handle at first and requiring some amount of practice to master. The hunting goddess Evlana was no goddess at all, but rather a brave and highly skilled bow huntress. Long after her demise, the passing of lore transformed her into a deity. Perhaps even transformed her into a lady. Because the black bow was associated with a certain person that we know from the first game, which was referred to as a male, Faris. Is Evlana Faris? Very likely it is. It is very likely that Evlana and Faris are pretty much the same person. Only different name and different gender. I don't know. It's certainly something to ponder about. Is Evlana a lady or is it not? Well, the one that has the Faris, Black Bow of Faris in the first game is a lady. But Faris is defined as a guy, and oh man, it is a bit confusing overall. But suffice that there is a bunch of good archers in this game. Blue-eyed Durgo being another one, I believe, and we're gonna meet another name, I believe, soon afterwards. Durgo being a male, I think, anyway. Again, the old knights from Hate. And the Queen.
You have fought admirably on your journey, cursed undead. I am Nashandra, Queen of Drangleic. A true monarch carries the weight of their souls, the last king of this land. King Vendrick, as he was called. He found the strength to rule his people. And when the undead were born, cursed, he found more strength to face them, but in the end, he never took the true throne.
This is very, very interesting. King Vendrick never took the true throne. He was the king of the land, but he wasn't the king of the souls. He never lit himself, he never cast himself into the first flame. That is the most important part. He never did that. So he wasn't a true monarch, as he says. A true monarch carries the weight of their soul. Nashandra might have been one of them. So there is that. Or she might have been the knight. Well, it's your call, of course. But I know for certain that she was the knight. We'll discover that later. And secondly is, the undead were born cursed. You were born as a child, and you were cursed. Alright?
Visit Vendrick. We have no need for two rulers.
That is indeed true. There is no need for two rulers. And she does not mean Vendrick. No, she means you.